Hello, everybody. This is Coach Sparrow. I just wanted to kind of touch base with everybody, looking at some information as far as what the KHSAA has limited baseball to, and some other sports, and just some information just to give you an idea of where we're at as we are in December. The beginning of baseball season really with official practice usually begins at February 15th, so we're not that far off, and it just doesn't seem that doesn't seem that way based on the way everything's gone up to this point. Just a few points to make, and I do want to encourage you as players and parents, if you have any questions, please make sure that you're reaching out to me. You should have my cell phone number. If not, you can reach me through Remind, email me. Any of those ways of communication is fine. But I do want to make you aware that the Board of Control, the Kentucky High School Athletic Association's Board of Control, which basically makes decisions on what our season is going to look like, is going to meet on Thursday. That meeting, you can find the link to watch it on YouTube. It is a discussion that is going to be centered around basketball, and it's going to be centered around whether or not basketball is going to be allowed to start competition on January 4th, as they decided earlier a few weeks ago in late November. It is also going to be looking at how, based on if basketball starts January 4th, and whether or not it's going to be pushed further back, how that's going to affect spring sports. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. I can assure you that I have voiced my concern with the Kentucky High School Baseball Coaches Association. They have had a couple of meetings with the KHSAA up to this point to express the fact that spring sports had no season last year whatsoever, and they are trying to figure out ways to get a full 9-week season and a full postseason for spring sports, but at the same time not taking opportunities away from winter sports at the same time. So basketball would be the big one in that particular group. I know we have a lot of student athletes that cross over from basketball to baseball, and it's irrelevant as to whether or not you're looking at a freshman or a senior, whether or not they're going to be an important part of a varsity baseball team or a varsity basketball team. What the KHSBCA, or the Kentucky High School Baseball Coaches Association, is really keen on is we should not be put in a situation where our student athletes have to choose between sports. And I don't think that the KHSAA is going to make a decision to where that is going to happen. But again, that Board of Control meeting is on Thursday. The closed session and then the open session. The closed session usually begins around 11 or 12, then we'll continue over. So if you're interested, you can find that link on YouTube. Even if on Thursday you search KHSAA Board of Control meeting, that will probably come up because it's a very popular link that people are going to hit because there's a lot at stake here. I know that the mandates and recommendations that the governor has put into play is also going to make an impact on some decisions made by either the KHSAA or individual school districts. But we are hoping that next week we can start some small group, short small group workouts, about an hour indoors. And based on what the decision is made and communication between our school district and our school, I will be in contact with you about what we are looking at as far as what we can do moving over the next few weeks. I know we have Christmas break coming up, but we've missed a lot. So probably looking at having a few workouts over that break if we are allowed to do so, just to make you aware of that. A couple of other, house cleaning things. The Florida Beach Bash in Fort Walton has been canceled. I got an official email from that based on there was enough teams from other states that they can't travel. It was very doubtful that the trip would be approved anyway. But that Beach Bash is canceled, so we will not be going to Florida. We are looking at what we can do over that time, but we will be playing baseball over spring break. It's not going to be a break. It's not going to be a situation to where we're going to have a week off. We're going to have some games scheduled, and depending on when our season actually starts, based on what the Board of Control and the KHSAA decide, our schedule might have to be adjusted based on dates and getting district games in and a lot of other intangible things that are out of our control. And again, this is out of my control. This is out of anybody else's control that's part of the program. This is just the time that we're in. It's unfortunate, and I know that for this senior class, we want to at least get a season of some sort. We don't want to go through what we went through in 2020 again, but I just wanted to make you aware that the Beach Bash has been canceled. I got that email from the director and operator, Greg Conant, over the weekend. So the last thing I'm going to leave you with, we will be having a parent meeting, whether it's going to be virtual, whether it's going to be in person. We're going to have a parent meeting early mid-January. Once kind of the smoke clears and kind of get a better grasp of what things are going to look like moving forward, have a parent meeting so we can get some information out to you and make sure that we are on the same page for what is happening. But again, I just wanted to make a short video. It's a lot easier to do this and to send a million remind texts. I can assure you that, again, everything that's happening, it's out of our control. We can be upset. We can be mad about it. We can, just spin in circles. But the bottom line is we're going to do the best that we can as a coaching staff and as a school to make sure that we can create a positive experience out of this. Is it going to be normal? No, it's not going to be normal. Are there going to be things that are going to be challenging? Yes, there are going to be things that are going to be challenging. But I want you to know that we are doing everything in our power to make sure that our young men are going to have a season and that we can participate in this great game of baseball and have a chance to compete. Again, once I know more, and I highly encourage you to pay attention to what the Board of Control is going to do. That link is there if you want to watch. Sometimes it can be very aggravating to watch it because they argue a lot and nothing seems to come out of it until they vote at the very end. But if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. I love you. I wish I could have better news to pass along, but this is where we're at. I will be in communication with you over the next few days or the next week or so in looking at what we can or cannot do moving forward in 2020 and going into 2021. I appreciate your time. If there's anything that you need at all, we are here for you, so please contact us. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and go Cards.